Mrs.Anderson's baking crank flour sifter for breaking up clumps and aerating flour, icing sugar, and other sifted baking ingredients. Made from stainless steel with wood knob handle, sturdy, durable, and resists rust. Fluffs powdered ingredients for lighter baked goods. Helps blend in salt, baking soda, and baking powder, for an even consistency and better taste. Quickly aerate all-purpose flour, bread flour, cake flour, coconut flour, gluten-free flour, and other finer dry ingredients, like confectioners sugar. Breaks up lumps. Easy to use. Hand wash in warm, soapy water, dry thoroughly. Mrs.Anderson's crank flour sifter breaks up and removes clumps from ingredients before baking or cooking. The crank handle rakes ingredients over the mesh screen to processes ingredients quickly. Powdered ingredients, like baking flours and confectioners sugar, tend to settle and compact during shipping. Mrs.Anderson's crank flour sifter aerates these ingredients and removes clumps for lighter, fluffier baked goods. No more lumps. Simply place the flour sifter over a bowl, mesh side facing down. Measure in ingredients and turn the handle. It fluffs up finely powdered ingredients, like all-purpose flour, bread flour, cake flour, coconut flour, gluten-free flour, for lighter baked goods and helps mix and blend in other ingredients evenly, like salt, baking soda, and baking powder, for an even consistency and better taste. Made from stainless steel with a fine wire mesh, Mrs.Anderson's crank flour sifter is sturdy, durable, and resists rust. Hand wash in warm, soapy water. Dry thoroughly. Brought to you by HIC Harold Import Co. Top reviews from the United States. 5-cup sifter is your standard-sized flour sifter. I use this for baking cakes and bread. The 5-cup sifter is your standard-sized flour sifter. I am not sure why they make this product in smaller sizes. When I have a recipe that calls for sifting, it generally requires several cups of ingredients. The 5-cup sifter generally does not fit everything that needs sifting at once: flour, sugar, baking powder, etc. Its size is a good compromise between space consciousness, for storage purposes, and ease of use. I generally measure out my ingredients in the sifter, with the sifter sitting in my mixing bowl, and occasionally crank ingredients into my mixing bowl as the sifter reaches capacity. I repeat the sifting as necessary to get needed lightness that the recipe calls for. I love the hand crank method over the trigger squeeze triple sifter. The hand crank is much easier to use. When I had the triple screen sifter, seen here, Progressive International 5-cup triple screen stainless steel flour sifter, it was such a pain to sift cake-size quantities of flour, literally the repetitive motion hurt my hand, and I am 27 with no arthritis. To get the same sifting attributes of the triple screen sifter, I have to use this crank sifter 3 to 4 times. I would crank 8 to 10 times for the results of the triple sifter. The mechanics are such an improvement over the triple sifter. Thanks for taking the time to read my review, and I hope you found it helpful in making a purchase decision.